I am just coming up on I'm just coming up on Taiyuan station here, train station. Train stations like they don't work anything like they do back home. So I'll try and show you what's up here. Train stations, you'll look at this guy carrying that massive bag. You'll find all sorts of people doing all sorts of random things, because you get people from every tiny random part of China where they're not really taught manners. So traveling by train here is an experience. This is a pretty fancy looking train station at any rate. At the top is Taiyuan train station. They normally make them very proud and big. Oh, there's a Mackey's. Smashing. Anyway, I've got to find first the place to pick up my ticket. Oh, there it is. 售票处. So I've got to pick up my ticket before I'm allowed into the train station itself. And to pick up my train ticket, I need my passport and my booking number. I can't just go directly there and buy a train ticket to anywhere I want. But it's safer to book ahead because a lot of the trains get fully booked out. So I'm going to give them my booking number. Wow, look at all these police. And my passport. Like if you're Chinese, you can use your Chinese ID card. And this is how one of the many ways that they've managed to really keep a control on COVID, I think, is because you need your ID card to go anywhere, to travel intercity. Well, by train at least. Probably by bus as well. So they can keep track of exactly where you've been, and like if you've been to a high-risk area. Hey, well, I mean, I have been to a high-risk area. Like a couple of weeks ago, literally 12 or 13 days ago, I was in Hefei with Amy, and now there's been a load of new cases popping up in Hefei. But I've managed to keep under the radar. I think because the district I was in Hefei is not a high-risk district. Hello. So maybe that's why it's okay. So I'm going to go in here into this ticket hall and try and get my thing. Like, I hope there's not a long waiting time. I'm just panicking. My train's in like over an hour. Oh, you can buy some bready snacks here. Oh wow, even to enter the ticket hall, you need to scan your bags. So let's try that. Oh, and get scanned, like, wow, we go through a thing. And here is the ticket hall. I just came through the scanner. I can choose one of these to line up at. The shortest one would make sense. That looks like some drama. Alright, I'll try that one. Up here is all of the train times, like where you can go and how much it is. Let's give you some examples for destinations we've got. Up here at the top is Hohhot, Hohhot, and that's actually my train that I'm getting to Datong, so at 12:40. Under that is Beijing, there's Datong, there's Haimen. I have no idea what that is. But they're originating from places like Xi'an, Taiyuan, and Chongqing as well. So there's the one at the top there is Chongqing to Jilin, which is ridiculously far. That's a long, long distance train. Okay, wish me luck. So now I've got my ticket. It says Taiyuan to Datong Nan, so Datong South Station. Now I can go into the station itself, where I'll need to present my ticket and my passport again to be checked by some geezer. Oh, there's an announcement that's saying I need to present my travel code, my health code to get on. So let me just get that up. Alright, here we go. I'm inside now. I've just come through another security check after the lady at the counter checked my ticket. KFC, which you can't get to unless you have a ticket. So let's go up these escalators. So far this looks like maybe 90% of the train stations I've been to in China, which is pretty nice. Like, it's nice knowing what to expect. But then you'll get the odd one or two that's an absolute hole in the ground. And those aren't very fun at all. So now I've got 40 minutes before my train, which I could have spent out in the sunshine, but I have anxiety, so I'd rather wait by my train and not be overthinking that. Oh, there's only 4 waiting rooms, which is pretty small. Wow, we'll see what that means in a minute. This up here, Li Xiansheng, is Mr. Li. It's a knockoff KFC, I guess you could call it. I mean, just look at the logo. It specializes in beef noodles, and they are everywhere. It's a very, very train station. Look, there's one on both sides. It's a very, very train station, typical of a train station to find things like that in here. Okay, here we go. Big waiting hall. Oh, I say big. I meant tiny. Let's look. Look around. So up here we got all the trains, when they are, when they're leaving. We got a convenience store because we're in Asia. Next to a convenience store. So 1, 2, 3, 4 convenience stores. You gotta admit that's convenient. Ah, now I gotta look for my waiting room. I'm pretty sure it's waiting room 4. Oh my lord. It's all convenience store. Everything is corn. Like down to the last atom, everything here is convenience store. Waiting room 4. Yeah, that's mine, 1240. Right at the top there. So I guess I'm gonna go in here. Do I fancy some beef noodles? Can I wait 2 hours before I eat? Oh, I think I'm gonna do it. Oh yes, there's a famous beef noodle shop there too. Convenience store, convenience store, convenience store. That's excessive. Even I think that's excessive. Look at this waiting room here. That's where I'll be getting on the train, I think. Like you go to, oh no, right in front of us there's those gates, which don't work for me because I'm foreign. But here is the famous beef noodle restaurant, specific to this part of the country. So I'm going to try them out, maybe, if I can gather the courage. About to go through, yeah. Ticket check line. It's very, very long. All the Chinese ID cards can be used on these gates, but my passport has to be scanned by this guy here, which actually means it's faster for me because I don't have to queue up for the whole thing. Sometimes that light flash is red for me, but he just waves me through anyway. Should be grand. Success. I got through on the first try. Awesome. He just scanned the QR code on the bottom of my ticket instead of checking my passport, which is something they've never done anywhere else. Whatever, I guess each province got its own rules. Now there's 2 trains. There's one on the left here, which I can tell is a long distance sleeper, and then one on the right, which is my train, which is a high speed train. Well, a higher speed train. Let's try and get a peek into this sleeper train, like a glance into my future later tonight. You can see there's bunks in there, there's curtains, 1 bunk, 2 bunk. I'll show you obviously closer later on. Oh, it's going to Luoyang. Luoyang's where I just came from a couple weeks ago. Oh, where I just went. I'll fancy that. I am carriage number 2. 2F is my seat. 2F. Yep. Ooh, it's got tables and all this one. Fair enough. Now, the high-speed rail system in China is super impressive, if I haven't said it before. The government is aiming to build a high-speed line. High speed is 300 kilometers an hour. It's aiming to build a high-speed line to every city with more than 500,000 people. And that is a lot of cities in China. Now, in the south and on the coast, that's doing great. Like, the system is very, very well connected indeed. But further north, it's not so. This is a D train, which isn't the highest speed, but it's what it looks like inside. Let me be a bit quieter because we're on the train. I am 7F. 7. It's pretty nice. Sorry guys, excuse me. 777. Oh, I'm on the table. Brilliant. Next to the window. So I can put my bag up here or just sit out. And this is my view for the next 2 hours. Hello, hello. I have just arrived in Datong Nanjiang, you can see up there. And it's beautiful, like the weather is so clear. Sky is awesome. I haven't seen a vapor trail like that from a plane in a long, long time. It's lovely. So super hot, but not humid. Not humid. It's unbelievable. The train ride was really cool, like going through loads of mountains and the central plains. I guess, oh, not plains, the central mountains of China. Really pretty. Took a few photos. I'll send them your way if you like. I was intending to get a taxi straight from the train station, but it was very loud and chaotic in there, so I thought I'd walk somewhere instead. Walk somewhere and then and then order a car myself. Like, I'll sort it out later. I think I've got 3 hours, almost exactly 3 hours, to get from Datong Nan Jan, Datong South Station, to Datong Jan, just like the normal station. Like closer to the center. I think there's an ancient town here, so I'm gonna try and make my way there. Oh, it's lovely. I could just spend this time outside. Oh, that'd be nice. Get my tan on. I've had a lot of thinking time on that train there, 2 hours worth, and I was planning what to do tomorrow, the next day, and I'm going to a desert region. So tomorrow I might make a day trip to the desert. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, also I didn't eat my noodles in the train station because they made us board the train really early. And also the famous noodles from this region of China are from Datong. So I will get them here, in theory, if I can find a car to the cities, to the ancient town. So let's see how that goes. Alright, I walked out to the road and got in a taxi straight away, so success. And this is Datong. I just told the guy ancient city, ancient town, because I didn't really know where else. And he took me to this location where he dropped me off. And we drove past a load of buildings looking like this. Well, I mean, first of all, like out towards the train station, there was a lot of, I don't know, what do you call them? Commie blocks? Big old towers with, oh, look at that, there's a drum tower where they just pack loads of people in. Let's go towards the drum tower actually. And it looked like any other standard Chinese city, but as we're getting closer to the center here, the ancient town, oh dear, we actually passed through the city walls, the ancient city walls, which I'll try and get back to you later because they look pretty cool. And it's a big square around the ancient town, which actually looks mostly to be construction sites. There was big areas of exactly what you can see here. And it's very much more spread out than any other ancient town in China I've been to. Which is refreshing, actually, because it doesn't seem so tourist-centered. Bad for me, but I'm gonna go find some noodles anyway, I'm starving. Such a pretty day. I've just come down some side streets, and this looks very much more ancient towny, doesn't it? It's pretty nice. And I saw something incredibly tacky, or something tacky looking, so I thought, well, I gotta show them that. So let's go towards that. There's lots of people in costumes here, maybe because it's a culturally significant place. There's a lot of kids, there was a big old group of kids back there drawing the drum tower. And I got some funky Dairy Fairy? Shouldn't that be DQ? And look at that. Well, I'm not sure the colours are coming out very well. But through this big old arch is some dragons playing with a ball by the looks of things. It's eerily quiet here. I feel like I should talk quietly. I don't know why. But anyway, the colours aren't coming out, it's too bright. But this is a massive, I'm not even sure, work of art. Playground? Just thought you had to experience it. Surrounded by all of this. Hey, yeah. Oh, the colours coming out on this side is nice. Datong, which turns out is the second biggest city in Shanxi province. Ooh. I think it's so quiet because everyone's trying to avoid the heat. There's loads of people hiding in the shade up here. But here is that colourful thing. I'm sorry, it's such an assault on the eyes. It's because it's in the sunshine on this side. This is the square. I still haven't found noodles because everywhere looks kind of closed or awkwardly empty. I don't want to be the only guy in there. Hello. Oh boy. Hello. She can't even see me, she's just shouting hello. This shop here is called Youth Meets Happy Goat or something, and it's a milk tea shop. Oh, this is a nice street. I just heard a loud way. I'm not sure if you heard it too. Anyway, yeah, the wiki travel for Datong says that foreigners are not common here, so the locals will be generally interested and eager to say hello. So I'm prepared. I prepared myself for this. This street looks a bit more open. Please let there be noodles. Like there's a couple of noodle places showing up on my map. So I'll see if I can get anything from those. It's such a pretty day. Like I can't emphasize how clear the sky is compared to back in Shenzhen, or most of the rest of China. I guess this place there's not many factories around or something. Or it's just a clear day and I'm very lucky. Fingers crossed the rest of my trip is like this. Some more Datong things. I've kind of exited the main square of it with the long road because I couldn't find my noodles and I want them. But yeah, so I'm just outside the center of the ancient city. So there's it turns out there's an extra city wall. That one you see there is the smaller city wall. And I think that tower there is a gate to the outer city wall. Maybe. We'll see in a minute. See in a minute. Ooh. Noodles anywhere? Oh. It looks, look, you see what I mean? I'm scared to go in there. It looks closed. But that's the thing I want. But the doors are closed and the lights look like they're off. Oh, I want them so bad. It's okay. I'll find like I think I'll have to leave the ancient town to find a normal restaurant for actual people rather than one that only opens during tourist season. Like it's really well done up, and then at the end of this road is just piles of slag, for want of a better word. Well, they're all staring at me because I pointed. Oops. Anyway. Yeah, that's the back of a temple that I didn't pay to go in because I've paid enough money to go into temples that all look the same. And I'm hungry. Yeah, that is it. So the outer wall, the outer city wall, is that big old grey one up there with the tower on top is one of the 4 gate houses, I guess. In and out of the ancient city. So I guess this I have no idea how old. I should have done some research before I came here so I could be all impressive. But I have no idea how old this city is, Datong. But I found out just now that on the drive here that it is the second biggest city in the province today, and I know that because it's got a B on the number plate. Because the second biggest city has a B and the first biggest city has an A. So now we know. Which is kind of tragic, because if this is the second biggest city, then whoa. Like Shenzhen is the second biggest city in Guangdong. Hey, they're all selling things on the street down there. Not noodles though. So yeah, that was the third biggest. They must be tiny, like. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. Big old grey city wall. I wonder if I can get up there actually. Yeah, it looks like there's someone up there. Maybe after noodles. But there's just one hole through there. And they've made this into, surprisingly, like a main roady area, which I didn't think would be the case, because normally ancient towns are so small. But this one's massive. This one's massive. I think I walked from the centre where the drum tower is to here. It's about a 10-minute walk, which is massive, okay? It's big. Oh, that guy's yelling. Many red flags. I think they're Buddhism red though. Let's hope. What? There's a car driving on top of the city wall. I didn't see that coming. Okay, I can almost definitely get up there then. Yay, the security guards let me up the wall. Like, I got scared so I ran away, but then I came back and it turns out the security guards just wanted me to write my passport number and what city I'm registered in for coronavirus prevention purposes. So that was fun. But this is the ancient town from up on the wall, on the outskirts. In the middle there is the drum tower, and on the outside, the tall buildings, those are the combi blocks I'm talking about, on the way to the train station. So all the low bit is the ancient town, and then everything past that, I guess, is the city itself. Pretty cool. And this is the gate, which looks terrible from here. Oh, let's see what's on the other side of the wall. It's pretty wide. I'd say it's a pretty great wall if you ask me. Oh yeah. Oh, look at them tandem bikes. It's very... Oh, I'll walk all the way along there. I think there'll be some noodle shops up there. That's honestly all that's on my mind right now. Let's see through these castellations here. Ooh, there's what on earth? It's like a moat. There's two walls. It's double defense. Oh, this isn't the outer wall. I hope they don't make me sign in again. Ding ding, ding ding. Let's see over here. Oh, there's mountains surrounding the city. Cute. I do love a mountain, me. What's the tickets? Oh, he'll be the bike ticket guy. I think I'm alright. Oh yeah, let's look through these. Again, this is a car park. It's not the outer wall whatsoever. Or let's look at these guys trying to jump at the same time. I hope you can see them clearly. Come on. I love those photos. Alright, here we go. I'll be in the background of it. Oh no. The person taking the photo was like, last time, for God's sake. Come on. The results of that photo were not great. Anyway, ancient town, building site in the ancient town. You do get the picture that it's not truly finished, but also on the wiki travel site for Datong, it says that the city walls are still under construction, so I guess it's pretty out of date. I could update that. Oh, how cool would that be? I'll be the wiki travel guy. But that's goals, all right. Oh, that's goals, because they look pretty open to me, guys. I'm totally gonna do that. Oh, there's some kites really high in the sky. And that's it. I think I've done Datong. I think I did the whole thing. Now the only thing for me to do is walk along the city wall, chill out in the sunshine, get some noodles. Like, okay, let me explain. Datong, what they're called? Dao xiao mian. It's like noodles cut with knife, which doesn't sound so impressive, but wiki travel. Okay, whatever. I've been kind of a wiki travel rat recently, following it, but it does give you good recommendations. So I'm gonna try these noodles, and they better be good. I think anything will be good at this point. Last thing I had was that poxy mutton soup. Alright, let's get to that. And I have made it to Datong Station. Here it is, Datong Zhan, not Datong Nanjan. I've walked all the way here from the ancient town, looking for those poxy noodles, right? I found them, but like they were closed. They were all closed. So annoying. So I've just helped myself to a healthy snack you can eat between meals without ruining your appetite from KFC. And I'll get something big in my next stop, which is Hohhot. So I'm looking forward to that. This is a sleeper train, like I said before, so I'll try and get you some pictures or a video if I can of my bunk. Oh, I'm so looking forward to lying down. So I am just on my sleeper train. Hello. This is the like sink area, like not drinking water, and my bed is like right next to it. Here, I'm on the bottom. Thank God there's enough space to sit up. But there's 1, 2, 3. The top one has like no room whatsoever. There's 6 in one little booth here. I've got a nice neighbor. She was sitting on my bed, but she left me alone. And there's 22 of these per carriage. So that's my life for the next 3 hours. lying on the bottom row of here with my earplugs in. Okie dokie, I've made it here now to Inner Mongolia, to Hohhot City. I am just out of the metro station where my hotel should be. Check it out, there's some Inner Mongolia. First impressions, there is Mongolian writing everywhere above the Chinese characters, because Mongolian's written down like knives. I'll try and find you some. Actually, I'm going to show you a lot of it because I think it's really cool. Sorry, them lights are flashy. Oop, that's not gone well. But I had some drama getting off the train. Like, it was lovely on the sleeper thing. Got to lie down, like look at the flashing green. Look at the scenery go by. It was lovely, beautiful mountains, cows, like horses and that. It was really nice. 20 minutes before my stop, this woman comes along like, "Yo, are you 22 bottom row?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." And she's like, "No problem, you're getting off in 20 minutes. I'm like, "Cheers, love." That's great. So get off, it's all fine. And whenever you enter a new city here, you're supposed to show your health code, right? It makes sense. So I showed my health code, and then this security guy, who looked more like a police guy than a security guy, was like, "When was the last time you entered China?" I was like, "Oh, I'm not normally asked that." Okay, got my passport out, showed him my most recent entry stamp, which is 2020. Let me do it in the right order. It's the 21st of January 2020, which is when I came back from the Philippines, which isn't actually my latest entry date, because I went to Japan the week after that and just entered from Hong Kong, and there's no way to prove that I ever did that on my passport, so their whole system doesn't really make that much sense. Anyway, I showed him that, and he yanked it out of my hands, and I'm like, whoa, hey, that's not your thing to be doing, that's my property there. If I don't have that, I can't survive here. And then he shows me this ID card, like, I'm a policeman, and I'm like, yeah, but I mean, is that cool still? He's been such a nasty man to me. What's that about? He was shouting at me and all. And he went off with it and everything. I'm like trying to follow him, but he's like, "No, wait." And then this friendly guy came over, basically just gave me my passport and was like, go through. So this guy was showing me how much of a man he is, I think. I had to stop filming there abruptly because there was a military building on my left, on my right even, which I didn't realize. Oh, that is so cool. All the Mongolian writing everywhere. I think that's also a military building, so I'm not going to show you that. Oh man, that looks awesome. Is it worth the risk? No, it is not worth the risk. I'll show you some other point. Anyway, I'm going to go check into my hotel and maybe go to the desert tomorrow. I looked at loads of reviews on like Google about this desert. It's kind of really annoying to get to. I've got to take a train to another city an hour away, and then take like an Uber and another hour to the desert, and so it's going to cost a bunch. But also, I've never been to the desert before, and all the reviews were like really amazing, and I was kind of hoping that they'd be bad reviews, but they're really good, so I kind of feel like I should check it out. I'm super tired, so I'll also see how I feel in the morning. I'm sure there's some stuff to do, but like all the stuff to do in the city is temples, pagodas, parks. I've done that already. I've literally done that already on this trip. So give me some desert, give me something else. Let's see how that goes tomorrow. Check out my hotel room. It is glorious. Look at it. It's so sweet. It's made of wood. I've got a little sofa, like a massive TV. It's made of stone and all. Nice. Not bad, eh? So I already did a hotel video, so I'm sorry for the repeated action, but an important development has happened. I have found The Wizard of Oz on the TV system, which I'm very excited about because I've been listening to the Wicked soundtrack for months and months, and I really love it. So I completely can't remember the story of The Wizard of Oz, so looking forward to that a lot. And I've ordered a lot of Dongbei food. I've got my pork dumplings over here and my sauce to dip them in. I've got my kung pao chicken and my rice to eat it with. I am set for the evening.